With the help of my team, we've created custom mic stands for major touring artists in country, rock, rap, and pop, where everyone is handmade and are custom. This is our story.
Blood, sweat, and sacrifice. Oh, I paid the dearest price. Then shortcuts here for destiny. I'll take the long way proud. Oh, I know what I've earned, and now it's my turn. Lighting the fuse, let it burn. My time is rising, but you can't bring me down. Can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you know who it is. It's the big guy with the little show, live and loud with the Lord. Nelson, that is. And hey, man, we've got a super special guest. He's a creative. He's an artist. You've seen his work on many stages around the world. He is doing work, man. He's so talented. And we're going to get into what he actually does. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the Mic Stand King. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you much. Glad to be out here. Glad to be on the podcast with you. It's been awesome.
Man, listen, it is our honor, man. We're honored, man. Most definitely, man. So we'll start it off like I always start off every show. Is two questions. The first one is, where are you from?
Well, I grew up in northern New York, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
It was a big journey. Went to, I was in the Air Force and, played professional golf for a little while.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then moved down to the Carolinas. Been there ever since.
Carolinas. Hey, well, I can respect the Carolinas, man. That's love. So you said upper state New York?
Yeah.
So what was great about being from New York?
Well, I grew up where I always call it where cows go to die. It's kind of way up there at the Canadian border, So it's a small town, 10,000 people. And, you just kind of like, I got to get out of here. That's why I joined the service.
He said where the cows go to die.
That's where it goes, man. That's like, it's too cold up there. I don't think cows live up there.
Oh, my goodness. Listen, I know that, I think that most people have an idea what New York is because of New York City, Manhattan and the boroughs and everything like that. And not knowing that there's so much greenery in New York State. There's so much. Because I can remember one of the first times flying in, and we stayed in New Jersey, but we had to do some work in New York. We were in Mile, right, New Jersey. And then as we're driving, I'm just looking around, and I was just like, wait a minute. I see trailers. I see, just it was just totally different from my expectation. But of course, New York's one of the greatest places in the world. But thank you for moving to the Carolinas. But there's nothing finer than being in Carolina.
Absolutely. I've been here for 20 years. So.
Oh, man. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Absolutely. So, well, I feel like you are a definitive creative. So what kind of art were you into before you became the Mic Stand King?
Well, honestly, when I first started, doing this, I always had an inclination I should do something as far as art related, right. But I got into doing motorcycles. I started doing motorcycles, building motorcycles, designing them.
Awesome.
And that's kind of how I got started kind of doing that. And then once the bike market back in the day kind of crashed a little bit, right, kind of left and started over again and started kind of like throwing it out there. Hey, you want a mic stand or something, And yeah. I didn't know what a mic stand was. I was like, that's kind of, I kind of learned,
Right, it did. So on the fly, so motorcycles, man. So like American chopper, like custom motorcycles.
Yeah, I used to build custom bikes, bobbers, choppers, and that's where I met Colt. That's where I met Colt Ford for the first time. Built a bobber for him, and he kind of got me into the music kind of scene, and him and Brantley Gilbert kind of helped me kind of get in doing other stuff besides motorcycles. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing ever since.
Yeah, so I watched this. So you built something for Colt also, right?
Right. Yeah. Go to Green Bobber. We just take on the shows and like having that concert behind the marquee and everything. And it's like, he loves it. So
so you were talking motorcycle, but I mean a mic stand also.
Yeah, absolutely. I probably made 9 of them for him over the years.
I watched one of the episodes on YouTube that you did. So yeah, indeed. It did.
Yeah, the web series. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll talk about it so you can plug all that, man. Most definitely. Yeah. So, well, you might have given me my next answer. I'm going to go to it first. What musician was the first to be blessed with your talent?
The first one was Demon Jones. I met him. He was emceeing for a rehab back in the day.
Okay.
And that's kind of where I got started. For his first concert, I went to saw him and like, hey, I should build you a mic stand, you know? And he was just like, I like Cadillacs, you know? So I made him this Cadillac mic stand, you know? I was like, I didn't know what I was doing, you know? Kind of like cat kind of thing, you know? And then I took a picture of that and I showed it to Randy Houser, you know, the country star, you know, on MySpace, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he started it, you know, he got back to me. He's like, hey, my next album's called They Call Me Cadillac. I was like, well, that's not a coincidence, you know what I mean? It's like almost like fate, you know. So I made him one and he still uses one today for about last 11 years.
That's awesome. So the theme was Cadillac?
Yeah, Cadillac themed and just kind of ran with it, you know. And like I said, with Hauser, his album called Me Cadillac, and he used it in his first 3 music videos that went #1.
Awesome.
And his latest ones has in there as well, so you can check that out.
Oh man, look at this guy right here, man. Doing big. That's awesome. That's awesome. So he still has that first one.
He has a second inclination of it. Yeah, he's got a second one. The first one was kind of a trial. Second one, I nailed it. You can use it ever since. You know, so it's pretty cool to see it on stage all the time, or see on video or something pop up. You know, so
it's you, of course. So
not a mini, you know, but he's my second guy.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So you've made mic stands for artists of all genres of music.
Yes, I make country, rock, rap guys, pop guys. Yep.
So how involved are they with the creation of it, or do you have the freedom to create with your vision of what it should be?
Well, I generally kind of I have an idea for them. So I just kind of talk to them about it and hey, what about something like this? I try to do something different. I don't want to do the same thing every time. There's no point in that. I don't do that.
Right.
But yeah, sometimes it's just talking with the artist and trying to, come up with ideas, something meaningful to them and something that actually is doable.
It's all doable for you, Brian.
It is. There's some that are very challenging. But yeah.
I got you. Well, so that's what mic stand has been your most intricate work to date? Well,
I think the big one was Carlos Santana. I made a guitar tuner cover of his Abraxas Angel, and I hand carved everything, hand painted it. And he used it for years, in Vegas and around the world on tour. And that's probably one that was it's pretty cool, It's Carlos Santana.
Ladies and gentlemen, he said it again, Carlos Santana.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's gigantic, man. That's great, man. That's great.
Yeah, but the first major one probably was Tim McGraw. I made an American flag. I brought it down to Atlanta at the old Georgia Dome and gave it to him backstage, and he just kind of he was showing everybody in the room. It was just that's when I was I think I got something here.
Right.
Before that, I was we're kind of doing stuff. Then he came along and he used it for the whole tour, which was a million selling ticket tour, and awesome. I was like, dang, I think there's something to this, and it's just been a lot of hustle,
Yes, indeed. So the one that you did with the mic stand with the snakes at the bottom, the American flag and the shotgun, who was that for again?
That's Colt Ford.
That was Colt Ford also.
Yeah, that's his third shotgun stand. So he's using it on tour now. So you can see it on tour.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. To see your work is kind of not that it's good, but when graffiti artists put stuff on trains and they just travel all the way across, the United States or whatever, your mic stands with these artists are there and people get to see them, and it's just beautiful, man. And just like when you were saying, you did the motorcycles, I think about American Chopper, which was one of my favorite shows of all time. I love that show, and just how they would do the reveals. So it's kind of like you being there some of the times, at those shows, and they're revealing your mic stand, man. how does that feel though, man, to see your work?
Yeah, it's one of the cool. That's basically the cool part of why I kind of started doing this. I get to go backstage, kind of meet these guys, these girls, and give them something and kind of see their reaction. This is fantastic,
Awesome, man. Awesome. Good. I kind of cut you off because you were going to say something else. I apologize.
So it can be nerve wracking. You know, it used to be nerve wracking at the very beginning. You're like, please don't break, or, you know, or something fall off, or it's like, please don't do that. You know, it's like, and after the first song, you're like, okay, I'm good.
Good to go.
But, you know, now it's like, I kind of make sure everything's built for tours, you know, because touring is tough on stuff. So
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Awesome.
It's a learning curve for sure.
So how long does it take usually to create, you know, that artwork, or does it just vary? You know,
it varies. I mean, generally, it could just be a few hours. It could be a couple of weeks. But I mean, there's curing times. There's depending on what you're doing, carving and stuff. You know, it just all depends on what people need. You know,
because you know, I saw you there and getting into it and kind of like engraving, and you know, I was just like, man, because I mean, just to think about it. At first, it was just like, you know, well, what is he doing and how is he doing this? And then when I saw you doing that, you can get very intricate in what you're doing. So I was just like, man, this is something else. This probably isn't what people think it is. It's you know, the process is more involved than they think it is. Yeah.
Right. Engraving things, that's what I've been doing lately. You know, I've been doing a lot of that with the Atlas stands and stuff from Sweetwater. And
Sweetwater.
Like, I had ideas like, what if I could engrave these things, you know, because nobody's doing it. Nobody did it.
Right.
I was like, I started doing that, and it was like, next you know, different people come along and hey, I want one of those. And now it's a lot what I do now is do the kind of engraving because they hold up on tour. That's a big thing. You know, they do those radical, crazy mic stands. They might last a year, you know, if you're lucky. They get beat up, you know, it's just the way they are. But yeah, so I started doing that. Just kind of taught myself, you know, I taught myself how to do everything. So.
Well, you're doing a great job, man. And then, you know, shout out to Sweetwater, my microphones and other things that I have here. Thank you, Sweetwater. I have a few mics that I've you know, purchased from Sweetwater, man. Much love to them. They've always been so helpful and just you know, just showing love, man, to them most definitely. So, what kind of materials do you use in your creations?
Well, most of it's metal. Most of it's metal, and then for the graving stuff, exactly metal. Yeah, like the metal, but it holds up on tour. You know, you can't really use a whole lot of different things because it'll break. You know, so a lot of metal. Just in the grading stuff, I just kind of found my own way to do that with certain things. You know, certain materials. Out there, a little trade secret, but yeah, just use what I have. You know, use what I have around the shop. I don't have all hand tools. Just kind of I weld everything, and you know, just kind of do it all myself. So with my own hands.
So the one that you did with Colt, back to him again, you used like a steering wheel, right?
Yeah, use a steering wheel basis for a lot of guys because it's something you can. It's a little lighter, and also you can do more intricate engraving on there and stuff with using Bondo or whatever, you know, just engraving it all. So it kind of gives you a good little platform and sturdy on stage. Right. Like Tom Kiefer, he's using one that's been using that for last 6 years, probably. Tom Kiefer, and. Just real light, something real light, and it won't fall over.
So you do the base of them, and then just like from Sweetwater, they usually send. Is it the artist sending these things, or do you order that and you say like, "Hey, I think this will work," or is it the artist, you know, just using their mics and sending it to you?
No, we get everything new, be from Sweetwater or you know, from wherever I can find it, you know. But it's I just try to find things around, you know. That's kind of how I do everything, you know. It's nothing but machine made. I just kind of, you know, find things that, hey, that work for a mic stand, and I incorporate it, you know. It's kind of art, you know. That's kind of what I want to do is art. It's not really generic, general things, you know.
No, it's definitely art. No, I know how you do your bass. I just know that I see the orders from Sweetwater come in, and where it's just like, you know, it might just be a mic. It might be a certain kind of mic stand, but, you know, and then you put it on. You make it you. You make it
exactly. I customize it.
You customize it.
It's like a Harley. You can take a Harley, but you also can chop it and do everything else to it.
Right.
You know? I customize it to meet their needs. You know, if they want a certain look, I can kind of manipulate it to make it how I want it. You know,
got you, man. And just beautiful work, man. It's just beautiful work.
Thanks.
So who's that one artist? I know you've been asked this question before. Who is that one artist you love to create a masterpiece for? And I say masterpiece because they are definitely masterpieces. So what artist would that be?
And obviously, I've done a lot. One of the guys, I would love to do something crazy for Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, I just think he needs something ridiculous. You know, the whole monstrosity of his whole show. You know, like that'd be one. You know, I mean, I've done stuff for Alice Cooper. I mean, I've done Meatloaf. I've done a lot of different people. But yeah, he's probably one of the guys that like I'd love to do something insane for him because I think
buffing.
You know what I mean? I know it's out left field there, but yeah,
no, that's not left field. Because once again, just like you say, you do it for everybody. As I always say, you know, my title, I don't genre snob. There's no genre snobbing here, man. It's everybody. It's every genre of music on Live and Loud with the Lord. So yeah, you don't discriminate. You handle your business. It's about putting your product out there. That's cool, man.
Never who's got to call. You know, like a Post Malone could call, or you have no idea. So,
ladies and gentlemen, you see how you just throwing these names out there, which is
well, I'm not trying to.
No. What I'm about to say is that, and he's not really flossing or bragging. It's just lets you know about his creative and how people want what he does. And you should get one too. Most definitely, man. Because I've watched you for a while, and I've said to myself, like, man, when I get back out there, it's probably something I need to do. I had to give this axe handle to one of my friends, and he's had it for a while, for a few years now. And I was just like, bro, I thought you said you're going to do something with that. He's like, and then I see what you're doing. I was just like, maybe he's just not capable of doing great things, like you're doing, man, most definitely. So before I get to the last thing, I want to get back to like the chopper stuff now. So was it just the way everything just kind of crashed there that you just stopped doing that? Because I love that, man. I love the fact that you're doing that. Even my French guy over Fred Dubon with Dubstyle in France, he's a custom builder over there. He has some of the most beautiful bikes. And we got, we shot a video, one of my videos was Lord Nelson featuring live. And we shot a video like it is shot. And he works for Indian Motorcycles now. But man, oh man, I just looked and I was just like, this is amazing, man. The time and energy and effort that goes into creating those things like that. So how many bikes do you think that you made?
I think I only did for a few years, probably 3 or 4 or 5, something like that.
Yeah,
so I did that. And it's just like at the time, Mark was kind of going down. I was just like, I kind of got tired of it. And you work so much on one bike. And then that's kind of how I got into doing this mic stands. So I'm like, I do 20 or 30 a year now. So it's very creative. I can kind of keep doing different things, You're not focused on just one. You're kind of got a lot going on, a lot of different materials and things to try out,
So are you doing any other kind of art beyond just mic stands?
I do a little bit of painting, but not just on a lot of time. It's just there's so much going on with me nowadays with the mic stands, this web series thing, and so I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of extra things.
so you're that busy. You're that busy. That's beautiful.
Yeah, just been coming. Obviously with that web series, I had to learn how to edit, to film, and so we do it all ourselves. Me and my son. So we go to Nashville, we travel, we bring mic stands, do reveals at people's houses. Most of the shot artists' homes or places like that. So it's kind of intimate, and just going back and forth and going around different concerts, shooting. So I'm putting it all together. So it's been kind of a learning experience how to edit everything,
You're out there living the dream, man, and bringing pleasure to people, man. And that's a great thing. I mean, honestly, I salute you, man, no doubt, because you do have some beautiful work. And what you're doing is, once again, they're masterpieces to me. I feel that way. They're great. And I just think that you're giving, artists just something special, man, to make them stand out. The mic stand, make them stand out. Yeah.
Sure,
make them stand out. And that's a beautiful thing, man. So, we'll have to talk further, man. We'll have to do something, man. I need something, when I get back out there, man. I'll have to talk with my boy Matt, the band I went down, man. We have to have that conversation about some things that we might do. Most definitely.
We also always do a little podcast base.
Hey, listen.
I've done one for Big Smoke.
Yeah, listen. That was a good one also. Yes, indeed. That was a good one. And I watched it. I was just like, yeah, that's love. Indeed. And it was great looking. And that was one of the ones where you really, that's the American flag was on there, right?
Right, yeah.
Hey,
dressed, yeah.
I said, God, dog. I looked at it. I was like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, really. And then, you took it up to where does he live, in the mountains somewhere, wherever he lives?
No, he lives in Nashville on his farm.
On his farm. Is that his farm? So, okay.
Yeah.
And he was just so receptive and just loved it because you have one. You made one for, did you make one for his stage also? For stage
I have over the years. Yeah. We've done different things.
Right. Stage and for podcast. Yeah. So, hey, man, that was just cool and love, man. Most definitely. You're doing work, man. So, doing what you do is definitely a labor of love. So what about creating these amazing custom mic stands continues to excite and inspire your creativity?
Well, I don't think I'm done. I think there's so much I want to try, just try to get the artists to out there, reach out to them. And I always go to the next mic stand, I never really look back too much. It's always, what can I do next, and the engraving stuff's been kind of creative, all kind of stuff I could do, I think did for Aaron Lewis, but it's like just trying creating new pieces of art, that's kind of what I try to do. I've been doing it ever since, just for the stage, Yeah.
Has your son gotten into it, or he's just helping in what sense? The business side?
He's been helping me film everything. Actually, in the web series, he's filming all things.
He's filming, okay.
Yeah, he's 15, so I kind of drag him around all these places, and half the time he's looking at me like, I don't know why I'm here, but yeah, he films the whole thing, so he does a good job. I think it turns out pretty good. So
no, that's awesome. You keep it family like that, man. Most definitely, man. Most definitely. So once again, shout out to your son, man. Keep doing what you're doing. So has he ever gotten his hands dirty and gotten in there with you? Or is he more on the film side,
He's more, he likes behind the scenes. Yeah, he's behind the scenes guy. So
he's 15, man. He's 15.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know. You change tomorrow, Who knows?
So listen, let's talk about the hat, man.
Sure.
Let's talk about the hat. So many things I can say, man. It's like I seen that in some dope westerns, man. I expect to see you with a big shotgun or some kind of, what's the deal with the hat?
It's my signature. That and the beard, I go backstage. If I wear this, people know who I am,
I like it.
I don't want to look at you like, who are you? That's coming from artists.
That's right. That's right. So what kind of hat is that?
Oh, it's a leather hat from American Outfitters, and it's leather. It's like kind of cool, I think. So
no, it is cool. No, it is.
I just wear it, so it's cool to me. That's all that matters.
But, that is all that matters. But just like you say, though, it stands out because I haven't. Just like I say, I've seen this hat like in certain westerns, and it's not like every other cowboy hat or every other hat. It's that person that has that hat on. He's a special person. He's just something different from the usual, and so are you. So it fits you, man.
Well, I'm 6'5" too, so it's kind of hard to ignore me, I guess. So,
well, you know who else is 6'5"? This guy.
There you go. You know how it is. People are like,
yes, I do. The majority of the time. So usually when I see somebody that's taller or bigger than me, I'm usually like, wow, that's a tall guy. Until I usually get closer to them, and then I'll be like, man, I'm right there with that individual. And so I don't really understand how big and tall I am until I understand, when you see like, wow, man, look at this guy right here. It's just like, wow. But it's all beautiful, man.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Well, listen, thank you so much. My platform is your platform. If you ever want to come on and talk about anything, please come on. I'm on the CMS network. It's just so much bigger now with Chris Aiken, a classic metal show and heavy metal television. And just, hey, listen, I've just enjoyed this, really. So much more stuff is running through my mind when you talk about, doing the motorcycles and everything. It's just a whole lot of stuff running through my mind.
Everybody has a journey,
Yeah, indeed. No, and everybody has a journey. Everybody has a story. And as I drive sometimes down the highway or wherever, and I see people, I'm just like, there's no telling what's going on over there or over there. So many people that you pass and see. And my mind's just, I'm a little crazy at times. It's all beautiful. So do you want to go ahead and plug whatever you need to plug, man? As Sweetwater, your website, and all those good things so people can get in touch with you.
Yeah, absolutely. The big thing is right now is on YouTube. I got my old web series. I'm sponsored by Sweetwater and also Grindstone Cowboy, Greg Campbell's coffee shop. Yeah. It's on YouTube with the Mike Stand King TV. Season 2 comes out July 1st.
Awesome.
Season 1 had like 12 artists, and this will have, I think, the first 4 could be like Little Texas, Kentucky Headhunters, James Otto, and Grindstone, some iconic bands there. So
yes,
working with them this past couple months, trying to get the footage and everything, get a mic stand to them. And so I'm looking forward to that. People seeing it. So check that out on July 1st, every Friday after that for 4 weeks. And then we're going to start shooting some more episodes as we go right now. So other artists. So I'm just trying to do something with that, it's been kind of interesting, just kind of doing it for fun. Awesome. Sweetwater guys came along and, hey, we want to sponsor your show. You're like, huh, okay. It's like,
awesome.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, sure. They've been real nice,
Yes, indeed.
So anytime you need anything, just send me something. And Sweetwater is a great company, a family company, and
definitely are.
I'm proud to work with them, and also Craig Campbell's coffee shop in Nashville is awesome place, brand new, and we're showing everybody his place on the episode coming up. So check out that. Check out that. Instagram, it's Mike Stan King. And I got a lot of cool stuff on there as well. So
you said Instagram, are you on Facebook also?
Facebook too, Mike Stan King TV.
Okay.
Check that out as well. So most stuff like this, Instagram is kind of my main thing,
Well, what about MySpace?
Yeah, MySpace. I think it still exists. I don't know. I think Hauser's still on that thing.
Well, listen, young man, I really, really appreciate your time. I know you're super busy, so just you taking some time to be on the little show with the big guy.
Anytime, man.
Just love it. I really, really thank you, man, so much, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I am honored to have such a great creative. When I say creative, there's no doubt that his artistic talents, man, just shine. And so, if you are in need of a mic stand, get in touch with this young man. And this is beyond artist also. I'm sure that he will, if he has time, he's a busy guy. If he has time, that he'll do something spectacular for you. So I got to be in the market for it also. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is the Mike Stan King on Live and Loud with the Lord Nelson, that is, man. Beautiful thing, man. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate you.
Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks.
Look at that. All white. Carbon fiber. Oh, white. He's on cool to your studio. Yeah. You know what I mean? Killer.
What do you think?
Dude,
let's check this out.
Yeah.
Mike Stan, he loves it. Get ready to see you on stage here. Good crowd. It's going to get bigger, and let's get ready. You ready? Woo!
Welcome to the night. You think you know Night Demon? Then the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast is for you. Step into the darkness as we peel back the curtain to give you an unprecedented, all-access look into the mind and the heart of the demon. We're talking band history, song analysis, studio anecdotes, stories from the road. It's everything a diehard Night Demon fan could want and more. This is the only place to learn the inside scoop, the deep dive trivia, the untold tales from the band members themselves and those closest to the Night Demon story. Need more? The sacred Night Demon Crypt will be pried open to reveal demo recordings that have never before seen the light of day, all with in-depth commentary by the band and the people who were there for the writing and recording process. This is a gold mine, a treasure trove of all things Night Demon. Head over to nightdemon.net or wherever you listen to podcasts.